This video was produced by The Top Cut. Be sure to check out thetopcut.net, your home for Pokemon TCG, tournament coverage, professional game analysis, and interviews with the best players in the world. Thanks for watching.
Hey everyone, this is Pram, and welcome to the finals of the Illinois State Championship. On our left, we have our very own Kyle Pooka Sucevich, and on our right, we have his opponent, Yoshi Tate. In our previous top 4 round, we saw Kyle overcome a mirror match against Rob Downs, and now in the finals, he is playing Zekrom Eelektrik, and Yoshi is playing CMT, so this is a pretty interesting matchup. Let's see, it looks like Yoshi did get to go first, so let's see, so he starts with Mewtwo, and that's not really your ideal starter in this matchup. And really in any matchups, Mewtwo's kind of the worst starter, just because his weakness is another Mewtwo, which is pretty scary. We do see a collector coming out of Yoshi, so this is a pretty interesting. So he's not. I don't know if he's running dual ball and collector, or if he's just running all collector. We'll see. I think. Let's see. So what would you get here is Yoshi. He gets a Celebi, maybe 2 Celebis and a Tornadus. Seems pretty reasonable to me. He really needs a switch in his hand, though. That would be pretty optimal if he had one. And he plays Smeargle, so a very nice card to grab. So let's see. I wonder if he has. He probably has a switch or a DC or some way to get Mewtwo out of the active spot. I don't see any reason to not play all 3 down. And he plays a Grass Energy. Okay, so maybe he doesn't have a way to get Mewtwo out of the active spot, so he just has to pass. Okay, so Kyle drew a Dynamo, and he has a Lightning in his hand, so he will be able to charge this turn, which is going to be very good. Thundurus is really like the silver bullet against CMT. Oh, I guess I mistook a Zekrom for a Lightning Energy. Anyways, so yeah, he really wants to get the turn 1 charge off, and then start picking off things like Smeargle, Celebi, and then he'll be up a couple prizes, so he can go into the Mewtwo War fairly confident. Let's see what he gets off the 6, and gets Lightning off the last card off the Pont. So his hand looks pretty solid, but he's just going to use Charge this turn. I don't really see anything else getting played down. Maybe the Eviolite if he's feeling a little scared, but I kind of doubt it. He might want to save it for later. And yep, there's a charge. And let's see, so if you're Yoshi, what can you do? Well, you can X-Ball for 80 if you have a Grass, 100 if you have DCE. I don't know how worthwhile that is, because that does open yourself up to counter Mewtwo. You can retreat for Smeargle, which would be pretty good. I do like using 2 supporters a turn, though, with no Sky Arrow Bridge out, it is a little shaky. He really needs to get that card out, but it is a double-edged sword in this matchup. It will let Thundurus have free retreat. It'll also let the Dynamos, if there's any 40 HP ones, have free retreat. Oh, so he does play plus power, and I think he's just going for the DCE here, and he's going to just try and take a quick prize. Let's see, so we have 2 plus powers. So now he, let's see, 80, 100, maybe he's just going to go for a Big Juniper? Yeah, Big Juniper. Okay, so let's see. I think I saw Sky Arrow. I don't know if he wants to play it down right away. Let's, I saw another plus power, I think. So he will be able to get a knockout this turn, which is very good for Yoshi. He really needs to put the pressure on early in order to get the full advantage of this deck. The way this deck wins, the way CMT wins versus Eels, it doesn't let Eels get into the late game. It needs to go up on prizes pretty early and then capitalize on its early success and hope that it carries them through the late game. So we will see a Junk Arm coming in for the 3rd plus power, making it a knockout against Thundurus, which is going to be a pretty huge blow for Kyle. He really didn't want to see something get knocked out right away. He was hoping at least the Thundurus could live a turn. But it is not the end of the world for Kyle either. Oh, wow, we're even seeing Yoshi getting 2 supporters out of this. And, yep. He'll just draw a new 7. And then retreat into Mewtwo. And then just swing for the hills. Oh, he even gets an Eviolite. So this forces Kyle to have not only his own Mewtwo, but a Mewtwo with 3 energies on it. A very strong opening play from Yoshi. So this is going to put Kyle in a really big pinch here. He sends up the Dynamo. I don't think he has an Eelektrik in his hand. Let's see what he does here. He does have a plus power, Junk Arm. You know, he could do it if he has a DCE. Yeah, if he has a Mewtwo and DCE, he can do it. So double plus power and Juniper. And there's a DCE, so that's going to be 160. Yeah, that's going to be enough. That is really the ideal situation. And this game got out of control super fast. It looked like Yoshi's super aggressive play has backfired thanks to Mewtwo's own weakness being another Mewtwo. And Kyle's even going to pull out an Eelektrik to start powering up that Zekrom on the bench. A very strong move. You know, Zekrom's actually just going to go crazy over all of Yoshi's board. There's not much that he can play that stands up to a Zekrom. I guess he could play down another Mewtwo, but this Mewtwo will need at least 3 energy or a plus power and a DCE or at least 2 energy and a plus power to knock out Kyle's Mewtwo. So Kyle is looking in good shape. He was like, yeah, your Mewtwo looked pretty scary, but I dealt with it anyways, and my Mewtwo also looks pretty scary now. So let's see if Yoshi... Okay, so he has the DCE. Does he have the grass energy or plus power to deal the finishing blow? So he does play N. And so let's just see if Yoshi gets the grass or plus power. This N is also very good because Kyle did just get 2 prizes or 2 cards off his prizes, so it will reduce his hand back down to 4, and Yoshi will get 5, and hopefully Yoshi will just go up to like 7. Will get his the card he'll need to knock out Mewtwo, and he'll go up 2 more prizes. So we do see, yep, there's the grass energy, and he will be able to knock out Mewtwo. So this game has devolved very quickly into Mewtwo Wars, starting off from the second turn. So Kyle will need some kind of answer to this. He does have... Oh, he has a dual ball. Oh. And gets ahead, so he will be able to counter-kill that Mewtwo with his own Mewtwo. This game is kind of crazy. Yep, there's Mewtwo. And I believe it's all lightning energy, so that he'll have all he needs to take a prize this turn by knocking out, or by dynamotoring to Mewtwo, attaching to Mewtwo, and then sending up his own Mewtwo to attack that Mewtwo. I probably should start taking count on how many times I say Mewtwo in this series, because it looks like it's going to be a lot. I think at least 10 times so far. So, let's see. Okay, so there's a lightning energy, yeah. And we're just going to see an X-Ball for 2 prizes. Not too much he can do. He has a Tyrogue, a Lightning, and a Junk Arm, but there's not much Kyle can really Junk Arm for. He doesn't have a Pokegear in there. The only things he really has is Level Ball, which is good. It doesn't hurt. He can get Dual Ball, but he might want to play down the Tyrogue. Okay, so he's getting Eviolite. So he's forcing another 3 Energy Mewtwo to knock out his own Mewtwo. And he's getting 2 more cards off the prizes. So, if Yoshi puts out another Mewtwo, and Kyle can somehow deal with it, then the game is over. But we'll see if Yoshi can do it. It is asking for a lot. So, he sends up Celebi. And Junk Arms getting... I don't know, what would you get here? Maybe a catcher? Maybe a plus power. Let's see what he gets. He gets, Energy Search. I did not see that go into this discard. Okay, so that's actually a really cute move. He'll be able to use Celebi, power up that Tornadus, maybe another Mewtwo. And, Terrakion. Interesting. Does he have the, I wonder if he has the catcher to go with this. That would be very huge. Or he could just hit that Mewtwo for 90. No, he's just gonna take the prize, save that Mewtwo knockout for later. Oh, he's even gonna Portrait. And did Kyle get a supporter off the prize? No, he did not. So, Yoshi's at 0 cards. Takes the prize, and Kyle sitting at Junk Arm level. Well, what can he do with Junk Arm? Maybe get a plus power? That's not that much. That's not really better, though. He could send up Mewtwo, X-Ball, he could Level Ball. He might get a Level Ball, send up Mewtwo. And then X-Ball after getting a Eelektrik with Level Ball to... There's a hand in the camera. Okay, so I think he's going to get Level Ball here, get another Eelektrik out, power up Zekrom, and just try to take a prize with Zekrom. Because that Mewtwo is in dangerous territory. I know Yoshi only has 1 card, but it can still be pretty dangerous at times. Oh, so he's just going to save it. He has the lightning energy. He doesn't really need to play it down yet. So, we're just going to see an X-Ball for 80. And let's see if Yoshi can draw out of this. He has 2 cards in hand. And it's a Juniper. It's pretty nice. That's usually my top deck of choice when I don't have any cards in my hand. I like to draw Junipers. Okay, so he does draw a fighting energy, so he will be able to use Land Crush for 90 this turn. And if he has a catcher, that would be super great. Though that Mewtwo will still be very dangerous to deal with. Let's see. So, yeah, if he has catcher, he can bring up the Zekrom. The Zekrom is very dangerous right now. You don't really want to deal with it. So it's better just to get rid of it now. I kind of want to see maybe... if he has maybe another Eviol? No, Eviolite wouldn't do anything. But he needs to start... he already knows what's in Kyle's hand. He's probably just... It probably doesn't really matter what he does at this point. He's in great shape. Yeah, he even has the catcher. Bringing up Zekrom. And... yeah, he's just going to Land Crush. Kyle will retaliate with X-Ball. So it's going to go down to 1-1. But Kyle doesn't really have any, and he draws a Juniper. I think that was a Juniper. So, Juniper is running around on both sides of the game. Yep, there we go. Alright. So this game is a little silly, but what can you do? He really needs to evolve that Dynamo, though. Yeah, he needs to send Mewtwo up and somehow get Dynamo evolved. Otherwise, you're running the risk of Catcher Tornadus, and that would be game, because Yoshi's at 1, Kyle's at 2. So he does dual ball here, gets a heads. Not really sure what he's going for. Maybe just the thinnest deck out. He probably just gonna grab a Dynamo here. Oh, he gets a Tornadus. Not a big deal. Dual balls again. Gets. It doesn't actually matter. I highly doubt he would play them down. Maybe. Well, he might, but I don't know. I don't think it would be worth. It might not be worth it. Though he might be playing around end, so he might play them down anyways and just be like, yeah, whatever. Though I doubt he'd play down the Dynamo. That's a little scary. Unless he can't evolve his active Dynamo, then that'd be fine to play them down, because it just wouldn't matter. So, let's see. Yep, it doesn't look like he has a Eelektrik in his hand, so he's not going to be able to use. He's not going to be able to evolve his Dynamo. So the other Dynamo is actually a safe play. Now it really just comes down to whether Yoshi has energy to attack with and a catcher. That, or if he has Mewtwo. If he has Mewtwo and 3 energy, or enough damage or enough energy to do 30. This is what's going to come down to. And this is only like, let's see, Terrakion. Let's see, the first turn, Yoshi's went first, passed, Mewtwo. I think this is only like the 7th or 8th turn, something like that. Not a very long game. Yeah, these turns have been going by super quick. So, let's see. What do you do here? Maybe. Oh, he has a Pont. He's just going for Pont. Okay, so he's really praying for one of two situations. He has to either hit DCE, Grass, and Catcher, or DCE, Grass, and Mewtwo. And those are the only two combinations, really, that'll work for him. And if it does not happen, then Kyle will be able to potentially just come back and win the game. Oh, he does have a Tyrogue. So he will be, if he just has Catcher now, then he wins the game. Does he have we'll see if he has it. He probably, if he had it, he'd probably just be like, he'd probably just play it right away. So I don't actually think he has it. He did get a DCE though, but it doesn't look like he has all he needs. And using Portrait right now is very, well, there we go. I was about to say it's very dangerous because you could run into N, but it looks like Juniper comes out. If he gets a switch, if he can get a switch and a Catcher and a Grass, then he can win the game. But I don't think he has it. Let's see. Yeah, because you could switch into Celebi, Force Breath onto Tornadus and then Catcher, and that would do it. I would have liked to see him playing down Tyrogue, just in case he does hit a supporter. Then all he would need is Catcher. So he might be kicking himself if he does have a Catcher in his hand. Oh, but he does have a Mewtwo. Maybe 2 plus powers and a Shaman would work also. And if he, yeah, he's just gonna send up Mewtwo and be like, yeah, I think he just passes. Yeah, probably he's just gonna pass and try and buy 1 turn. And this is really, this is a crazy game. So, there's a DCE and Junk Arm for plus power. Oh, he already has the plus power in his hand. And that is 170 for a knockout. Kyle being a mean person, doing more damage than he actually needs. And, yeah. So, Kyle wins game 1, and we will be going on to game 2.